How we spent $395.22 in a day as a family of four living off of one income in the Bay Area. On Wednesday, my husband got a full tank of gas for $36.44 while I stayed home and defrosted our mini freezer. Now that that's done, I was finally able to go to the Asian store and stock up on food, which cost $358.78. I bought so much because I prefer not to drive the whole 10 minutes one way to the Asian store, even if I should be really grateful since back when we were in Utah, the closest Asian store to us was like an hour away one way. I got a lot of Filipino food because my husband is Filipino and I'm basically Filipino. What I mean by that is my maternal great-grandparents fled from China to the Philippines. My mom said she isn't exactly sure why, but she was told that they fled because of hardship and to possibly get away from communism. Eventually, my maternal grandpa was able to start businesses and make a lot of money. And with that money, he got my mom either a B1 or B2 visa. My mom can't remember which, but it was a business visa to get to the US, where she eventually met my dad, who's Vietnamese, and became a citizen. To escape communism, my dad was a stowaway on a boat as a teen and was stranded in Malaysia for 5 years before strangers kindly petitioned him to come to the US. A few years into their marriage, my parents moved back to the Philippines with my sister and me. Their marriage ended, my dad went back to the US, and my sister and I stayed with my mom and her family in the Philippines. But then we'd move back to the US and then back to the Philippines over and over again, so we can speak Tagalog and we're used to the food and the culture, which is why I said I'm basically Filipino. All that to say, my being a United States citizen is in large part due to luck. Not all of it, but a large part of it. And if you pluck me out of the US and place me in the Philippines to live forever, I'd survive. But I'm not Filipino, I'm Chinese and Vietnamese. So if you pluck me out of the US and place me in China or Vietnam to live forever, I'd be miserable because I'm not familiar with the language, food, culture, etc. That sounds like a nightmare that I thankfully will never have to fear again, in large part thanks to luck. But many other people aren't as lucky. Some undocumented immigrants who came here when they were so young and only know the US as their home aren't as lucky. Some undocumented immigrants who came here for safety and or opportunity aren't as lucky. And what's worse for them is that undocumented immigrants who are accused of crimes, whether they've been convicted of them or not, can be detained and deported under the Laken Riley Act. And some of them are being taken away from their homes, work, churches, hospitals, and school, and often can't even say goodbye to their loved ones. It's wrong, and those who disagree are probably very lucky.